A police group called Muslims Against Crusades want to demonstrate at Westminster Abbey on the day of the royal wedding. Scotland Yard says it's in discussions with them and have powers to stop them protesting near the Abbey. If that is indeed the case, the English Defence League say they will hold a counter-protest if the rally by the Muslims Against Crusades does go ahead. The leader of the EDL, Stephen Lennon, also known as Tom Robertson, joins us live in the studio. Stephen, very good afternoon to you. How long have you been aware of this particular story?
Been aware of it for probably 6 weeks, 8 weeks, probably longer actually, ever since the wedding was announced. We saw that Muslim groups were planning to hijack it, to disrupt it, to ruin it. I believe that any sacred day to us or any sacred event, they will try and disrupt this group of Shura-driven lunatics.
These is a very small group. I think these are the same people who are behind the poppy burning protests on Armistice Day.
It is, yeah. And that's the thing. We've got no vote of confidence in the police stopping them. Because they didn't stop them burning the poppies, they didn't stop them attacking our troops. They've never stopped them. It seems like Islam has a free reign, or this Islamic group have a free reign to disrupt anything they want to.
But can we not accept this is going to be a very small number of people, the usual wind-up merchants?
It is a small number of people. What I would love to see, I'd love to see the moderate Muslims coming out and opposing them. We won't see that, but I'd like to. I wonder why. To be honest, the silence is deafening.
But the problem is, I spoke to one human rights lawyer, Anwar, earlier on. He said, look, he's fed up of these groups, and he's fed up having to defend what these people are trying to do, and come out and say every time they're not speaking for us.
If he's fed up, why don't we see action? That's what I'd like to ask him. I want to see action. I want to see Muslim groups blocking their entry. What we've said we want to do. We don't want to be responsible for disrupting the royal wedding. We wish them a great day. We will be celebrating. I know there's celebrations in Luton, up Farley Hill, across the country. People are encouraged to bring back the spirit of Jubilee, but we don't want to be responsible for ruining it. So we've said no English Defence League clothing, no chanting, no placards, but we will position 50 to 100 supporters at every tube station that Muslims Against Crusades can come out.
Won't that make it worse?
It won't, no, because the problem you have, the English Defence League wasn't formed when they come out against the troops in Luton. Who got the brunt of it? Normal members of the British public, soldiers' mums. Who will get the brunt of Muslim Against Crusades protest if no one's there? The British public.
But Stephen, this group are saying they're going to go and protest outside Westminster Abbey. I can't believe in a million years the police will let them anywhere near Westminster Abbey.
No, to be honest, I wouldn't have been. I'd have said exactly the same about burning a poppy and shouting for a 2-minute silence, but it happened. So that's why I don't have the confidence that you may have. I hope you're right. I hope they're not allowed to. And as I said, that's all we're going to do. We don't want to counter protest. We're not going to be chanting. We just want people at the tube stations where if they try and come out of that underground, they'll be going straight back down.
There will be people listening who say both groups, whether it's Muslims Against Crusades or whatever protest group the Muslim extremists want to put together, and the English Defence League, you're both as bad as each other.
But we're not. We show respect. We would never dream of protesting on Muhammad's birthday. We would never dream of interrupting Ramadan or Eid or any of their sacred days. I may disagree, and as an organisation, we may disagree with the ideologies of Islam. We would never disrespect their whole entire faith in a way like that. If they are allowed to do this, or they do this, they will be disrespecting the entire British public, and they need to be stopped. And I would love to see moderate Muslims rise up, block their entrance. Let's put your words into action.
What can they say, Steve? I mean, the vast majority of Muslims who are probably horrified by this, thinking, "Oh no, here we go again."
Here we go again. Yeah, I bet they are.
But what do you want them to say?
I don't want them to say. I want them to do something. When they burnt the poppies, we were there. I was actually arrested trying to stop them burn the poppies. Let's see Muslims try and stop them. Let's see Muslims try and stop and disrupt this, because they are going to tarnish the entire Islamic faith if they do this. So it's more in the benefit of moderate Muslims to stand up and do this than the English Defence League to stand up and do this. We don't want to do this. We want to be celebrating the day. We want to show respect for the royal family. We want to have peace. But once again, we're not being allowed to because of a group of fanatical.
Do you not trust the police on the day of a royal wedding to prevent anybody, be it English Defence League or Muslims Against Protests or anybody else, going there and making a protest and upstaging the royal wedding?
No. I clearly don't. I clearly don't just go on past events, go on the Barking Soldiers Homecoming, where I thought, after what happened in Luton, I thought, no way would this be allowed to happen again. It was right on the line of sight of our troops. It happened again with the poppy burning. I thought again, there is no way they'll be able to set fire to poppies. It happened again last week with Anjem Choudhury with a Bible outside the American embassy, which didn't make the media. So it will happen. If Muslims crusades, they may be limited to where they're allowed to go, but they will definitely disrupt someone's day. It won't be the royals. I completely accept they won't get near it. But there'll be normal members of the British public, old age pensioners who are there waving their British flags, who are going to be confronted by hundreds of Muslim fanatics with jihad. Dozens. No, their last one, they're 3 or 4. That's what I mean. Their numbers are rising. And old age pensioners confronted with militant Muslims with jihad flags screaming Allah Akbar and anti-British slogans. The government need to get a real tight grip on these lot, and they're not. And if they can't, the Islamic community needs to really come down hard on them as well.
Stephen, thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Stephen Lennon from the English Defence League. This is Three Counties Drive Time. You can text